Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome to the Erie Insurance Arena for the gold medal game of the 2024 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship. I'm Steven Stamp. He is Aaron Forster. And Coach Ronnie, we have seen these teams play before. We're going to take a look at some of the highlights. Let's have you take us through what happened when they played early in the week.
Absolutely. Definitely fired up to see both these teams go at it. Here we got the Canadians, right? They've been super fast, super good everywhere on the floor, 5-on-5, transition. Kind of took them a little bit of time to be able to get their transition going, but I feel like they've really hit their stride. They've definitely been the best 5-on-5 tournament, as we can see here. Multiple contributors for this Canadian squad. It's very, very difficult to beat a team that is so consistent at scoring goals 5-on-5. Here we're seeing a little bit of the transition, right? And it's still the forward scoring those transition opportunities, right? Tons of different contributors, as I'm saying, but this is the meat and potatoes, I think, of the Canadian offense right here, is just sticking to fundamentals, shots off the swing. Smith has a cannon. Oh my Lord. You cannot give these guys time and space. I think this 19-5, it was 19-5, correct, in that first victory. I don't think it's reflective of the Thistles as a team, because obviously we saw them beat the United States in an absolute barn burner. And this could have just been a reflection of first game, lots of nerves, and obviously going up against a very strong opponent from these guys.
The Thistles did have a couple of players who joined after the tournament started, weren't able to be there right away, and we saw them get better and better as the tournament went on. Also, though, we saw Canada get better and better as the tournament went on.
Absolutely. Absolutely, but speaking of the Thistles and guys that have gotten better and better, it's their netminder, Jawar, right? He has been a absolute wall, arguably got the Thistles the W against the United States of America. So I think what it really comes down to for them is how good can Jawar play, and can the Thistles score in transition and hopefully 5-on-5.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Obviously Canada's the favorite. Big win in the first round. They've gotten better. Their transition game has exploded. Jawar is the key for the Thistles if they're going to be able to pull the upset, and we're just about ready to see if that can happen. Coach Ronnie, predictions, or you just want to see what goes on once they blow the whistle?
I just want to see what happens when the whistle blows. I know both these teams are going to be super, super excited to get a gold medal here, so we're very, very excited to see it ourselves.
All right, we were just about ready for a face-off here at the 2024 World Juniors. I'm Steven Stamp. He's Aaron Forster. Coach Ronnie, we're going to turn around and watch the game with you. Enjoy the gold medal matchup. Ball is down on the concrete. Ready to go, Fernandez, as usual. Taking the draws for Canada, and Rosario is at the dot with the shiny red helmet for the Thistles, and that is a key for them. Can they control possession? Because if the ball pops out, there's Grehan coming away with possession off the draw, but Weatherby has been the Kyle Buchanan of this tournament, just going in and getting possessions over and over and over again for Canada. So the Thistles will want Rosario to come out with the ball to himself. Canada is going to be happy to just muck it. Here they are with their first attempt, and there's a save by Jawar. He comes up big, stopping Wiesbrod right off the bat.
And the Thistles are in a zone defense right now. I'm not sure if it's because they had offensive personnel stuck there. It'll be interesting to see how that pans out for them, but not actually a bad play for the Thistles.
Stearns takes over here. He's watched closely by Nick Capillo. Here's Hartless coming across the top. The Canadian defense has been so unified. That's Mastine. We've really enjoyed his game. He gets a shot, another shot. They both miss, and the 30 will expire, and it's going to be scooped there by Spanos, who had to miss one game. He was a little dinged up, but he is ready to go. You can hear the Scots from the bench yelling 2-7, meaning Spanos still had it. They tried a bit of a hidden ball trick. Here Thomas does get it now, one of the alternate captains. Over to Tompkins. Canada, lots of time to shoot. Shoulder save, J-War. He's looking dialed in early. That's going to be a crease violation.
2 good stands by the Thistles right off the bat.
The more support they can give J-War, of course, the better it is for them. They don't want him to have to do it all on his own. He did a lot of it on his own against the U.S., but were helping. And here's Benoit with a rip from the outside, scores! Did you have Thistles score first on your bingo card?
No, I did not. With this zone defense, that's where it all starts for the Thistles here. Keeping everything out to the perimeter so far. We'll get another look at this in just a second. But if you're the Thistles, you got to be absolutely psyched to have the first goal in a gold medal game. Again, off the swing. Check out the double seal here. Reminiscent of the Albany Firewolves. They run something similar. But regardless, beautiful way for the Thistles to start the game.
Fernandez tried to tap that ball over to Sagu. Then he tried to kick it over to a teammate. Eventually, it's going to go to the Thistles, but there's a violation as Tompkins was flattened, so Canada will once again get the possession. One of the things you talked about, the offensive players being out there for the Thistles, because they are going to have forwards up there on the faceoffs so that if they do get the ball, they can have a chance right away. Here, we're going to see Tompkins, who's been pretty quiet, beautiful quick stick touch shot on the back door.
The catch is the best play in lacrosse, in my opinion. The ability to release the ball, even better. No, but seriously, catching this ball, being in a position to score, and obviously release this. No need to bounce this one. We're knotted up. Tompkins.
Thistles take the ball here. That's what they want to see is Rosario getting faceoffs, winning them to himself, getting them to the forwards. They're looking to Ruskowski in front. Nice save there by Di Battista, the starting goaltender for Canada. He's been spectacular for Canada. And he's going to need to stay sharp here as the Thistles keep getting some chances.
Yeah, getting in the middle, getting in the dirty areas, working for those opportunities, right?
Here's Smith. He has a cannon from outside. He's going to rip it across to Thomas, who blasts one. J-War actually was soaked out front. I think that was Hayes taking that one. He pops up and makes the outlet pass.
Yeah, nice seal on that lefty side.
Adelino comes into the offensive zone, back to Mastine. And you'll see some of these Scots playing at both ends. Mastine, one of them, number 10 there, and he is waving to Stearns, who will also do both ends. Here's Miller from outside, stopped by Di Battista. Sometimes that last guy is dangerous. In this case, Di Battista saw it the whole way.
Yeah, you'll see bench seals a lot in that scenario, right? I was going to say that's going to be very, very important for the Canadians, I think, in the second quarter and fourth, right, with the short change and playing against a zone defense.
Here's Wiesbrod flipping it over to Dumoulin. He's had a strong tournament. So many of these Canadians have played very well.
Look at that. The seal comes. Nice slip. Couldn't
Myers,
get it to him.
Yeah, Myers with the fake shot, tries to feed it through, and there's going to be a loose ball foul against the Thistles. Canada's going to get it back, and you really – it's a fine line, right? You've got to be aggressive. You've got to go after the ball, but at the same time, you can't be making these turnovers with over-aggressiveness. Waddy finds Wiesbrod. Nice seal by Myers to open up the lane. That's off the post. Smith for the Scots had a chance. Tompkins trying to chase it back as Urbanski getting after it. Nice job coming off the bench there by the captain, Grehan. Great interview that he ran yesterday in halftime of the Canada versus Australia game. I encourage you to go back and look at that one. All the games are on the IIJL YouTube page. Great two-man game. Dumoulin fights through, had it stripped. Waddy almost tucks home the loose ball there. Canada has 10 to shoot. Wiesbrod didn't need it. He lets one rip, but it's stopped again by J-War. Townsend gets it ahead. Here's Schultz. Schultz, his brother, plays for the U.S. team, just won a bronze medal in their victory over Poland, so he will have family bragging rights one way or the other. He's either going to get a silver or a gold. Up top to Mastine. Good job opening some space for him. Didn't get that shot on. Might have wanted to be a bit closer. Weatherby's going to track it down. He's got two guys with him. And Dick Capillo is just trying to get out of the way of Sagu, who had a hat trick in Canada's last game. Yep, that's 6 guys on the floor for Canada, which means a power play for the Scottish Thistles. You can just look and count for that one.
Easier said than done.
I meant for the officials, they could look and count. Canada
Easier
should have counted a little bit earlier.
We remember what happened last time.
Oh, right, sorry.
Yeah, no, it was a callback. It was a callback. No, this is actually a really big opportunity for the Thistles. Gain more momentum. They're playing well right now.
Benoit's at the top as they go strong, right? There's Bartos. We've loved Bartos and Ruskowski. They have been dynamite. I talk about them as the pulling guard tackle combo. There's a shot from Mastine, swallowed up by Di Battista, and Grehan is there, but he's covered, so the lob pass ahead to Sagu. And that's too high for him, and it's going to be turned over. If Adelino gets after it, you can't be lackadaisical with Sagu coming after you.
That is a very soft call.
What was the call?
Push.
On Sagu?
Yep.
Okay.
Contact in the back.
Agree to disagree? Not with you. With the call.
I know.
Yeah.
That was gold medal game.
Yeah. Let the boys play. Grehan and Weatherby at the top. Dangerous. Here's Bartos with a shot. That one didn't get through. You got Shung and Fernandez are the low men on the Canadian penalty kill. Here's Benoit. Gets a shot. He had Miller wide open on the back door.
Took the words right out of my mouth. The one more was there.
Yeah.
And if you're in that position, you got to be yelling, one more.
Yeah. Whether you're Miller or one of the other Scots, right? Just let him know.
Yeah, absolutely.
That that's there because, that's a way better shooting opportunity. And you get it. You know, it's a gold medal game. You're on the power play. You see a shooting lane.
I would have taken a shot too, probably.
Well, yeah, you would have.
Because I'm
We've well established your
my reputation for selfishness.
Any shot is a good shot.
On any odd man opportunity.
Right. Forster across center. He's 1-on-3. Looks like a good shooting chance. He'll rip it. Here comes Irwin across center. Hands it off to Thomas. Oh, it's just the play-by-play of a little imaginary game flowing in my head.
Or my real game flowing in my head.
Canada shorthanded for another 10 seconds. Dumoulin can come out and join the power play, but the offense. But there's only 1 second more on the shot clock than on the penalty. It won't matter. It's a shorthanded goal. It's right as the penalty expired. Nice job by Thomas fighting his way through a check and bouncing it home.
We've been talking about this all tournament long. This is why you look to take these chances late in a shot clock. Throw it on cage, see what happens.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is a very high-level finish from Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
Going down the alley and managing to put this. He probably had a little bit of junk on that bounce shot, but just put the ball in cage. Pucks on twine, as they say in hockey.
Rosario will make the pass over to Stearns, and they're going to call them back to their own side of center. So they are not starting the play under jeopardy of an over and back. Especially low risk on that last play for Thomas, as Dumoulin was just stepping out of the penalty box. There's no risk of a wide open breakaway. Benoit with the rip, that hit a Canada player, so it's not going to be an over and back. Oh, and Stearns could have just grabbed that one. I don't think he realized, because he was running back the other way already. Didn't see the official indicating tip, so he thought he had to just swat it back. A bit of a tough break for him. Here comes Murray over center. He'll hand it off, and Wiesbrod is going to settle down and wait for the last couple of forwards coming out. Dumoulin quickly moves it on. Smith, he'll take that one, and he'll bury that one.
And I was shaking my head as soon as I saw the seal get lined up for Smith. I think the seal actually ended up slipping in the middle, but if you give this kid any kind of room, even just a half a second, right, he will shoot over top of you, and it will be a good scoring opportunity.
He's got
from
such
anywhere.
A rocket. Yeah.
From anywhere.
No question. Led the tournament with 14 goals in the round robin, and he is getting rolling again. Canada pulls ahead 3-1.
Good hands.
And what the Scots did in the game against the U.S. was hung around, played tough, gritty lacrosse, and made it a game that didn't feel like the game you'd expect. They need to do the same thing here, right? I mean, they've got to keep the Canadians in check. Here's a drive by Miller. Nice effort, but Di Battista makes the save.
Yeah, they need a counterpunch here, right? That's what I felt like they kept doing the Americans. They punched him in the face as soon as the game started.
Yeah.
But then as soon as the Americans answered, they just kept coming
They
back.
did.
And back
Every
and back.
time. Good point. Love that
Basically
play
just
by
rephrasing
Weatherby.
what you said.
Yeah, love the play by Weatherby to get out. Oh, behind the back by Wallace. Stopped there, but does it get through? And falling on top of it was Adelino. Looked like a soldier dropping onto a hand grenade to save his battalion mates. I don't know why I had to bring a war reference in, but that's what it looked like. Mastine left it there. Harless has it now. Gonna feed it back down to Mastine. Great job to find Ruskowski. It stopped. It was bouncing around in the gear. You can see it's still loose under the leg pads of Di Battista. And look at, here we go. Adelino sacrificing himself. Admirable.
You love to see it. Nice cut to the middle.
Yeah, Wiesbrod just missing. They're going to give him a reset. I guess it went off the shoulder cap. So Tompkins takes it. He's got Myers over there. He'll go to Myers now. He's going to come back. Skip pass to this side. Smith bouncer saved by Jay War. Oh! They're going to call a loose ball push. Just a one-hand push.
Going.
They are calling the penalty. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see the hand go up, but he saw the indication. So it's a check from behind. Could be boarding.
It was the trot that got it confirmed for me.
Yeah. Critical for Scotland here if they're going to stay in this one. Again, we talked about they've got to take advantage of the opportunities. The power play is huge. I love what Mastine and Harless have been doing on the left side over here. And it's the two-man side. You like that. They can do some things, but I think the righties, you go to Ruskowski and you go to, here's the penalty right here. I don't think there's much question about it.
Yeah.
But Ruskowski 5, that's Bartos 18. Let them cook.
Look at the goes here from Canada.
Yeah. Nice seal to get that lane open. It's just missed, actually. Comes up to Benoit. Bartos has a lane, shoots. That one's wide as well. They're getting chances. They go to Ruskowski in front. He tries to tuck one home. We've seen him bounce shots home 5-hole from that spot. And you know Di Battista's ready for it because he's dropping on top of it immediately.
No, they definitely have a good scout here for sure. Both teams are coming in prepared.
So if you're the Scots, you have Ruskowski cutting in there. I'm thinking even a slight fake, you've got some room over the shoulder because Di Battista's going down to be ready for that 5-hole shot. We'll see.
No, yeah, you could send it. Are you saying like send it behind or just send it to a crease guy?
No, I'm saying the same guy in the slot to Ruskowski, but instead of shooting low, because that's what Di Battista seems to be expecting.
Oh, okay. You
so
mean just
go
like
over
floating it high. Yeah.
Yeah, just a drifter. A minute left on the power play. Strong left this time with Stearns up at the top. Actually, really strong left. They've got 4 lefties out there. Not something you see very often. It's tipped.
Yeah, not what you would expect on a power play.
No.
Maybe Mastine was thinking about going out righty.
Murray on the run with a 3-on-1 to Sagu. He had to go and get it. Oh, and they left him. He's going to be stopped. Sagu scored a couple of really nice goals yesterday. He did get stoned on the first attempt.
That's a guy you like seeing score goals.
Yeah, he's fun. So fast, and you can tell he's got the skill.
Grinder.
The skilled grinder. Ruskowski rips it. Oh, that's a pass to the back door. That was there. It was just a little too hot to handle for Stearns. It's over and back, and Canada can kill the final 12 seconds. Wiesbrod, the in-home, serving the too many men, will be able to go and join the offense, and they will have about 18 seconds left on the shot clock when he gets released.
Think about Canada's penalty kill. I feel like they generate an equal amount of opportunities as does the opposing power play.
It's true. Well, you've got Weatherby up top. He's just a threat to be gone anytime. That shot is a little bit wide from Dumoulin. You've also got Grehan and Sagu, who both had hat tricks yesterday in Canada's final round robin game against Australia. So there are lots of challenges. Scots get across center just in time on the 10-second count. Here's Mastine going to the net, sees a sea of red, and pulls it out, goes up to Harless, and eventually through Miller now. They get it through the middle, around the world. Nice attempt by Mastine, but it was off target. Now, Bartos. Oh, great job, and they score. Oh, crease violation.
Let's get a replay here.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
And now the outlet pass to Tompkins, who's out quickly to the far bench boards. Hidden ball trick. Not committed. Here we go with the replay. Oh, yeah. You think?
I couldn't tell.
I mean, the ref's right there, and it looks to me like a crease violation. No crease violation. This way, Wiesbrod with the goal, and it looks like there's a penalty after the goal, which is double jeopardy for the Scots.
Both wiped. Anyways, let's go through this awesome goal. So we get the replay up here.
Oh, now they're releasing it. So I guess it was delayed.
So it was a delayed penalty, and then, but he had 2 penalties there, right? So how do they both
Did
get
he have
wiped?
2? They shouldn't both be wiped.
He did 2 signals.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then they shouldn't both be.
I didn't. Yeah, I don't know.
He should be in there.
I feel like that would have been corrected, right?
Yeah.
Or
Oh, well.
maybe it's like I have to signal 3 times, like once to.
Oh yeah, you do it. You do it both directions. But here's Bartos. Was it the same penalty both times? Like the same infraction?
It looked like it, yeah.
Okay, so probably just the multiple demonstrations. Stearns right on top of the crease, gets checked in by Weatherby. We'll grab him by the jersey and pull him out in a gentlemanly way, but still clearly pulling him away from his goalie.
That was a very friendly grab, yeah.
Yes.
Instead of the usual onslaught of fists we usually see.
Yeah, I'm going to check into my goalie, but then be mad about it, so I'm going to cross-check into the floor in the back. Behind the net. Smith with the dunk. He had one yesterday. He missed it on this one. He likes going the hard way. He did it hard way yesterday as well, going to the forehand. This time he went with one hand trying to reach out. Just missed that. Kamek got that one up over center. Benoit now will toss it to Mastine. Little bobble there, but eventually coming up with it was Harless. They've got a cutter. They tried to get it to him. Great job getting his stick on it. That was Nick Capillo. Double team Canada defensively on the boards to prevent Benoit from coming away with the ball, and the 30 expires. Final minute of the first quarter here, Ronnie.
This is why I say the catch is the best play in lacrosse, right? Catching those passes where you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
And then you put one in the back of the net. Very underrated skill.
It was a pretty good pass, but I mean,
it was a beautiful pass. It was right on the money.
Yeah, but Nick Capillo basically put his stick inside Benoit's stick. It made it virtually impossible for that to get through. Hard sidearm rip by Dumoulin. 34 seconds left in the quarter. Too much of a difference, I think, in the shot clock, so the Scots will keep J-War in the net. Go to Stearns. They've still only got 4 guys on the floor. Not only are they not going to 6 attackers, they're just getting to 5 now. 12 on the shot clock. Benoit trying to do it himself. Now hands it off to Bartos.
Still getting tangled up on the opposite side with the lefties. Bartos
gets a shot off, and Weatherby just runs over. Are they both going? As Weatherby runs over Benoit. I think, yeah, they are both going. I'm not sure if Benoit's getting it for holding as well, or if he's getting an embellishment call. There has been quite a bit of discussion about how often Benoit winds up on the floor and how little contact it sometimes takes to make that happen. And I know there was talk that this will happen. Let's see. Oh, yeah, he's holding the stick. And then, actually, what does Weatherby get that for?
Beyond me.
When you watch the replay, it's clearly...
Things happen fast, though, right? We got to remember we're watching this in slow motion, right?
Yeah, the replay
These
made
refs
it pretty
are watching
obvious.
this in fast motion. You
Yes.
see 2 guys go to the ground, they're tangled up. You're probably going to call both.
Yeah. Yeah, holding for both Benoit and Weatherby.
Now, this is what I want to see. I want to see some trickery in a gold medal game, you know?
Not the time you can do it, though, because the ref has to let the goalie know where the ball is before he blows play in. Remember that Bandits goal that John Tavares scored when the ref didn't let them know? So we finished the first quarter, but Tavares scored a goal because the ref didn't indicate where the ball was on the restart. That nobody had any idea, including the announcer. We're going to take a break. It is 5-1 for Canada through 15 minutes of play. I'm Stephen Stamp with Coach Ronnie, Aaron Forster, and we will be back to the IIJL World Juniors in 2 minutes. Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome back to the World Juniors here in Erie Insurance Arena. In Erie, Pennsylvania. I'm Stephen Stamp with Aaron Forster and Coach Ronnie. It's 5-1. We've got penalties going up on the board. A lot of penalties going up. So there's a minute 57 remaining. It was just 3 seconds from the end of the quarter when Weatherby for Canada and Benoit for the Scots took those penalties. And now, interesting thing, we did actually start that last 3 seconds 4-on-4. We are to 5-on-5, which is correct given the rule set.
Yeah, so that 4-on-4 you see at the top right of your screen, that's wrong.
Bartos rips one far side. It's grabbed. Nice job by Shung. He's got Grian basically running as a lead blocker for him, and they'll both peel off and go to the bench. A lot of football-looking plays in this tournament. Myers across. Myers exploded over the last couple of days. Here's Wallace, flips one down. Thomas has a goal already this game. The roll by Myers, beautiful. That is a pick and roll, my friends.
Yeah, and if you're the Scots, like, you got to have your designated slide guy ready to go here. This is bread and butter for any defense. I guess he picked the low guy in that scenario. So that's actually not that bad of a play, but you see how that Thistles guy is already hedging over?
Yeah.
He's got to make a decision and just go and put him in the dirt, right? That's the right play in that scenario. You got to sell out.
Right. It's
But
so
Myers,
tricky, right?
Just as you're talking about Myers, great work.
Oh, what a catch, right? The catch is best play in lacrosse.
Absolutely.
Having his guy sealed on his hip. So similar to basketball. There's a rip from Mastine. It's going to come out to Nicopilo. He corrals it and throws it ahead. Great play to send Grehan all alone on Jaywar. He's got a trailer in Sagu. The stop is made. He gets it back. He has another go. He's not going to shoot it. Probably wise, but he is swallowed up by Thistles. Probably got a couple of thorns in his jersey there. Schultz pops in and grabs that one, hands it off, and Harless will go up. Schultz is going to stay for the offensive set as well. Here's Ruskowski. They could really use him stepping up. That 5-hole is not there. Behind the back attempt from Bartos. That one goes wide. Ruskowski has it pop away from him. And DiBattista will just swallow that up. That's going to be an illegal push as Spanos just extended the arms and flattened Miller as he was starting to run up the floor.
Don't need that one, right? Again, we've talked about it a lot. Just having the discipline and just walk away. Sometimes these types of things, it can make you pay.
Mastine passes, sets the seal for Bartos, who goes to the net. I think Mastine was looking for the roll and the pass, and Bartos said, no, I'm just going to rumble on under.
Yeah. Tough on the wrong side of the floor for Mastine, but we know he can shoot righty. Just to say that, we got a righty goal from Canada in transition.
Wallace with the bench transition, and you just don't know with this Canadian team who is going to be the guy that will cause the problems right now. Wallace, it was Myers. They're so balanced.
Yeah, they can score from anywhere. I think the only people that have not scored on the team are the goaltenders, right?
Yeah, pretty
right.
much.
No, we'll have to fact check me on that one. But, no, beautiful transition. Thistles need to work on the reverse transition to make sure that those easy opportunities aren't there, especially with this change right now. It's going to be critical.
I am fact checking. We'll get to it in a moment.
Please.
Oh, we're going to have things blown down. What's going on here?
Open door. Maybe?
Oh, they Benoit left before they were to be released.
Oh. That's right. Has to be a dead ball.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Kind of is now.
Yeah, they're going to release them when play starts again. Because it's after the dead ball.
Right.
So it's once play is blown in, they'll get out.
Makes sense.
I assume. Nope, they're going 5-on-5, so they'll wait till.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because it was 5-on-5.
Yeah.
So now they actually.
So
just call a timeout.
we fact checked. You said, hey, everyone scored except the goalies. Almost. Nick Capillo, no goals. He does have 4 assists. Shung, no goals, no assists. He's the only guy. He's played well. He's actually been out in the transition.
Yeah, no, this Canadian team definitely loves to push. It's no secret.
Yeah. You mentioned in the highlight pack we saw before the game that the Canadian defenders weren't getting involved in the scoring directly, but they were setting things up. They were pushing. The forwards were still scoring. The defenders were pushing the transition. Then in the third game, they just started to light it up. And it has been so balanced since then. That one bounces away from Smith. It's grabbed there by Townsend, and he will get it over to McCammett, who's going to step over center. Ruskowski. Harless, watched by Murray. Feeds to Mastine. He's got Bartos on this side. They're going to set a double seal for him, and then the roll well covered. Nick Capillo, really nice job defensively there. They get it over to Harless. He tried to get a pass in front. He's running out of time, and Nick Capillo just wisely covers up that ball there and lets DiBattista pass it ahead. Thomas takes it into the offensive zone for Canada. Myers behind the net. He's deadly from here. We saw that beautiful behind the back after he faked the pass forehand. Went around the back. We got the flag flying in the background. Canada well represented here in Erie, Pennsylvania. It's going to be a reset. And DiBattista will throw it ahead to Thomas. We got some signs down in the corner. Some I think. What was the one I think? I know that guy. That's one of the red signs. The Go Canada Go. Number 6 is my dad. That's Myers right there with the ball. We're not 100% sure whether that was figurative or literal. Look at that ball. Pitchforked back over center. Shung will get after it. It's going to be an over and back, but he needed to be there so Rosario couldn't get a break. Break away. The Scots will set up on offense.
The way the Scots are even coming onto the floor, they look fatigued.
Yeah.
Late in this tournament, right?
Oh, almost by Bartos. Scoring a goal can be a real energizer. So if Bartos had buried that, I bet you see the body language of the Scots change. It's so hard when you're down to this Canadian team by 7 goals. Yeah.
Even just take a look at the bench. Like, you got guys sitting down, heeled over a little bit.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Bartos puts his shoulder down, bounces one. DiBattista with the stop. Sagu's up the floor. Can't catch it, and it's going to be grabbed by Schultz. Sagu chases after him, follows him around the net. That's a little excessive pick. Sagu getting into the face of Jawar. You love the pick, but you can't just throw your arms out like that.
Yeah, he's had a few good picks throughout this tournament.
He's a pretty
that
big
one, I
dude,
think
too.
he got a little overzealous.
Yeah. Here's Smith. He has been dynamite, rips it. That one bounces to Jawar. Nice hustle by Adelino to get to the bench. Smith following him, so they're going to try and get a couple of forwards out. And only one of them went. Oh, my goodness. 2 guys hustle to the bench like that so you can get the break, and only one guy comes off onto the floor. You just can't have that. You've got to be ready to go.
That's too bad. I feel like Canada was still there for the reverse transition, though, and they also had like 3 people basically forechecking one guy. It's a really tough pass to get off, but
but at least get out off the bench and give them the option, right?
I think leaving the bench is definitely key. And just like that, the ball leaves Smith's stick.
Post-game, we will have the Player of the Game Awards. We'll have the medals and trophy presented. We'll also have the all-tournament team. Let us know who you think should be on it. Ronnie, take us through this one.
And once again, too easily sealed off ball. See on number 17, Stearns there. He's trying to fight through that seal, and it's just too little too late. Once again, freeing up Smith, and it's far cheddar every single time for that kid.
Yeah, Tompkins with the 1 pick on Stearns and then slid to the other defender. Actually picked them both. And
seal,
the seal, and then the shot by Smith, not much to it. He's just really good at it. It's just a dead overhand with space, and you're not going to stop him. I was saying we have an all-tournament team coming. You've got to think Smith is in consideration for that as one of the leading scorers, and he's just adding to his totals here. There's the Canadian flag waving, and let's take a look at this from the other side. Goalies have been rehydrated. The Scots coaches are still going. Jawor's going to have a chat with Tompkins on his way back to the net. And here we go. Fernandez at the dot. Rosario there to battle him. The red jersey versus the red helmet. Rosario gets it to himself, flips it over, and they just slow it down. I mean, you've got some defenders back there, but do you like maybe pushing a bit more, trying to get something right off the faceoff?
Yeah, I think you got to take chances.
Yeah.
You got to throw anything at the wall here, see what sticks.
Nice shot by Massey.
On that.
Sagu is ahead. Fernandez decides not to go to him. He's going to go to the trailer off the bench, Waddy. Sagu is just mixing it up in front. Now he'll head off for a change. Thomas calls for it and gets it along the near boards. There's Myers. Waddy trying to duck underneath. They have a player behind the net, and Thomas, they've got 3 to shoot. He's just going to let that one go. It's wide. Wallace was trying to get one off quickly. Wasn't in time, and then that's going to be delay a game. No? Oh. I thought that was a delay a game for checking the guy before play's blown in, but they will continue, and here's Bartos. Can he generate something? They go over to Stearns.
Until Canada's got key matchups they want to get to, right?
What are you seeing? Who do you think they want on whom? We'll get to that in a second. Here comes Nick Capiello trying to join the scoring parade. Just turned aside. Jawar gets a bit. May have gone off the post as well. Weatherby, as usual, comes up with a loose ball, but it's going to be a loose ball foul, illegal pick.
Yeah, I'd say I would definitely stay away from like size differences. Like Ruskowski, probably don't want Weatherby guarding him, even though he definitely 100% could. Because I think that increases your risk a little bit. And as you can see here, the captain's very keen to pick up number 5.
Yeah. As you were talking about it there, Weatherby was up on Benoit, another smaller player, and as there was a little movement with the Scots, you could see how quick Canada was to get through so they didn't have to switch. It's like we'd planned that. Backdoor pass. Tompkins stopped. Smith comes away with it for the Scots, but he loses it, gets it back. Big bump by Tompkins onto Townsend in the corner. Pass ahead's going to be too far, and you can't just be handing the ball over and hope to get back in this one. Sagu will hand it off, and Wallace slows things down. The Canadians have just 4 forwards out. Now Waddy joins them.
At first, sorry.
No, go ahead.
At first, I didn't really understand the zone look, but now I think I do.
Okay, let's get to that in a moment. Waddy with that rip. Here's Dumoulin. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Nice stop by Jay War. He's going to hand it off to Townsend. They've got Bartos coming off the bench, looking to come and get the ball. He's not going to get it, so he'll just hang out up high.
He could have went right through the middle there.
He could have. Now he'll get it. They're waiting for everyone to get out on the floor. They still need one more. It'll be Miller joining the fray. Miller, who has, I was going to say he has the only goal for the Scots, but it was waved off, wasn't it? That beauty on the top of the net, right on top of the crease.
Oh.
Yeah, it was Benoit that got the goal, the opener. Fernandez has it. Stearns watching him. Fernandez is just going to bowl his way through. He loses it. He's going to put himself in a little danger, but gets across in time. That one's knocked away, but Thomas still comes up with it. Backdoor pass. Oh, Wallace wants another go at that one. Outlet pass. Stearns has it. And you're saying you see the fatigue in the Scots, even on their bench, and just the way they're moving around. And you can see it that they're just not creating transition chances as well.
I think that's why they're in that zone defense, right, is to conserve energy.
Right.
It's also a different look for this Canadian offense, even though they've been playing against zones against Australia and also Poland, right?
Nice save, D. Batista. He's got Grehan down the floor, catches it. Oh, nice effort. Great hustle, though, by Harless to get back and put some pressure on the Canadian captain, who's going to go off and get a forward out there. Tompkins. Not sure if he was limping a little bit there or it was just the way he hopped as he started up into the play. Here's Myers. Smith out on him. Then it'll be McCammon got out there. That shot is wide, and it'll be Thistles' possession. And Smith's just going to leave it there. Okay, yeah, there is somebody coming to get it. Miller runs into Benoit. It's kind of the kind of day it's been for the Scots so far, running into your own players while you have the ball. Here's Miller. Mastine behind the net, followed by Fernandez. Tries to get out in front to Bartos, couldn't connect. Benoit has it. Bartos is going as it's late in the shot clock, and Benoit will land in the crease. Get up and head to the bench. Canada coming forward, outlet pass to Nick Capillo. Wiesbrod. Thomas waving him down deep. They're going to send Smith behind the net. He does have a dunk goal and an almost goal from the dunk from behind earlier. That looked just like Smith from the top as Wallace shows he can also fire it from mid-range.
Yeah, it's no secret. Shots off the swing are super deadly. And Wallace is showing us why, right? Again, going against the grain. Such a great little thing to have in your bag, right? Goalies step in one way, you shoot it right to where he came from.
So and hard. He can't go back, right? He can't change direction mid-step.
Exactly. Nice thing about that play, too, is now you got Smith behind. He can just kind of drift into that X area, behind cage X, that is, not top front X.
Yes. Canada came away with
and
possession.
The dunk will be there.
Yeah, Canada came away with possession. They're trying the hidden ball trick. Tompkins had it. They give it to Smith now, over to Myers. Dumoulin fighting through. Oh, nice step save by Jay War. Fresh 30 though for Canada as Tompkins gets it back. Backdoor attempt. Dumoulin had to jump and spin to get it, so he hands it off to Myers. Tompkins is heading off. He's been out there for about a minute and a half. Here's Smith. Don't give him that one, but Jay War makes the save. Pops up to J-War. Nice heads up by Townsend on that loose ball. Schultz comes up, waved on by Urbanski. Like that little heads up play.
I really feel for the Thistles here. You can just see their transition just,
Yeah, lagging.
Limping up the floor,
Great drive to the net. Then he's through the crease. He's not going to be able to pick it up. That's Mastine. He'll continue to forecheck Irwin, who fights through the one check, and he's going to just whip up over center, hand it off to Spanos. We'll get it to Thomas and go for a change. Canada 3 forwards out. Now they're at 5. Here's Wiesbrod. Thomas wants it up top. He gets it.
Watch for the dunk here.
Yeah, they're looking at Myers.
Cross.
Although Myers, he tends to make the pass out. Myers takes himself into the crease. Not sure if the ref saw it. They're going to run out of time on the 30. Oh, they do give the reset. It just was an inadvertent buzzer. Myers, watch him for the pass. Maybe he's going to dunk. He loves that little play, right? And it's basically a hidden ball trick because he makes the fake, holds onto it, and comes across and throws it behind the back. This is gorgeous and almost a carbon copy of what we saw earlier.
Yeah, I think we've seen this before, right? He is really good behind the cage with his deceptiveness. Right? Fake and then pass the place that you faked. Really nice from behind the cage at X. Look at that.
So
J-War literally turns his head for half a second, doesn't know where the ball is, and bang.
Miller comes away with it. Scott's still making their change. Ruskowski coming out. Good for the Scots to see Ruskowski and or Bartos kind of get rolling here. They try the pick and roll. It's knocked right back. Nice active stick by Grehan. Good two-man game by Weatherby and Grehan. You're saying Weatherby maybe not on the big guys? Maybe that's why, although it was Grehan that slid to him. Ruskowski gets one for the Scots.
Yeah, this guy's not afraid to get to the middle. With his size, I wouldn't be either.
Yeah.
But if you want to consistently score goals, 5-on-5, it's where you got to go, right? And he is consistently there. Nice little slip here, right? Kind of in a high-low defense for the Canadians. And that guy up top, he's just expecting him to sweep, and Ruskowski just finds the hole.
Here's Fernandez. Tries to make a pass. It's knocked down. This is McCammon. Scott's still setting up as Stearns moves it across. Here's Harless. Looking for Stearns inside. Not there. Tries to get to Ruskowski. Comes right back to himself off the boards. They've got 8 to shoot. We find Mastine. His rip went off a defender, not the goalie. So they get a reset, but it's swallowed up by DiBattista. Nice job by Harless to get it on net. Into the final 2 minutes of the first half. I'm Steven Stamp with Aaron Forster.
DiBattista is talking to the ref about something. I'm not sure what he's saying, but it seems civil.
Yeah. My guess is we've got about a minute and a half of DiBattista left in this game. I would think that Horbe is going to come out for the second half. Here's Dumoulin with the shot. I don't think that J-War saw it, but it hit the inside of his left foot.
Oh, it's not.
It's not. It
I thought I saw
out.
the mesh move. But
yeah, I think it was J-War spinning that actually bumped the mesh. The ball stayed just outside. It's going to get loose, so Canada gets the ball back. Hidden ball trick. It's right here with Thomas. Is it? No, they move it. Holy cow. That was really good. Backdoor attempt to Myers. Shovels it. Lands in the crease. Is a little slow to get up. Oh, he falls down again.
Yeah, we're going to need a wipe there.
Yeah. His leg kind of gave out on him as he tried to hop up. It looks like he's okay, but he's grabbing his thigh. That shot misses. Follow-up chance by Benoit. That's out to Bartos. Scott Miller on the back door gets it to him. One more shot by Benoit, who is run over.
Nice hit.
Yeah, loose ball foul. But they will take it as Murray flattens Benoit.
Got time to run a last play of the quarter, but I think they're just going to opt to freestyle it.
Yeah, they haven't pulled J-War, which turns out to be a good idea as Nick Capillo is coming in all alone. Followed, though. Nice trail check. What a strip by Harless.
That's a nice effort play.
Yeah.
Still not entirely sure why nobody called a timeout in this scenario.
I don't know.
It's one per half, correct?
One per half per team, yeah.
Might as well use it, right?
Might as well use it.
It doesn't carry over, right?
No. No, it's gone. Those timeouts no longer exist. They have drifted into the ether.
A moment of silence for those timeouts, folks.
And now we continue. It is 11-2 for Canada over the Scottish Thistles at halftime. I'm Stephen Stamp with Aaron Forster. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back and see some highlights and get you ready for the third quarter of this gold medal game in a handful of minutes. We'll see you then. Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome back to the 2024 World Juniors here in Erie, Pennsylvania. I'm Steven Stamp with Aaron Forster and Coach Ronnie. We're going to take a look at what happened in the first half of this game between the Scottish Thistles and Canada, looking for a gold medal.
Absolutely. So when we turn around, our monitor's having a little malfunction. So why don't we watch all these highlights together on the big screen.
There we go. Good job.
And yeah, once again, it's really just coming down to generating good, consistent 5-on-5 opportunities. Check out the seals. You know, the Thistles show a zone defense so easy to seal, down seal that is, and shoot over top of it. The classic saying goes, like, if you want to beat a zone, you got to shoot over top of it or overload it. Thistles obviously still generating some opportunities, but they are few and far between in comparison to this high-powered Canadian offense. I mean, just take a look at some of these opportunities they're getting. There's one from the Thistles. Again, really just all perimeter stuff. Ruskowski, he's still doing a great job of getting in the middle, getting those dirty areas. I think more of the Thistles players need to take note of that. This is a gold medal game. I know they're tired. I know they don't have as much depth, but you know, now is the time to dig deep more than ever, right? Especially with this first gold medal opportunity. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is their first gold medal opportunity.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's for sure. So huge for them. There's Ruskowski going in the middle. And again, DiBattista has been really sharp. We're going to see Horbe come out for the second half. There's Sagu, who's had lots of opportunities. But that is the goal there that was waved off for Miller. And boy, it feels like little things like that can make a pretty big difference. Little things make big things possible, as Mr. Marriott says.
That's right. That is right. No, they really do. They really do compound over the course of a game, right? The thing I like to say is 1% differences. Those 1% differences, guys, once you get to these more elite levels, that is all the difference that you need sometimes, right? And although it might not seem like a big difference, like I said, they add up throughout the course of a game.
J-War still playing pretty well for the Scots. I mean, making some saves.
Yeah, 100%. He is doing a great job.
Sorry, I'm just trying to turn you around to face the camera because we're coming back on camera.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, so J-War obviously still playing extremely well. You know, it's really not a reflection of his talent as a goaltender, right? It's just, you know, he's facing really, really tough shots.
Yeah. So we are getting ready for the third quarter. I'm Steven Stamp. He is Coach Ronnie, Aaron Forster. Thanks for the insights. We are going to turn back around, watch the game, stay with us, and we're going to see what happens in the second half. And at the end, we will have the presentation of the medals, players of the game, and the all-world team. We'll be right back on that side. Quarter number 3 underway, and Fernandez comes away with possession for Canada, shovels it off to Tompkins, and Canada has possession. Dumoulin whips it across. Tompkins is down on the floor, delayed penalty coming as a result of the hit that made him drop like that. There's a hard shot by Wallace. It's picked up by Schultz, and the play will be adjudicated. It's a slashing call to the Thistles.
Yeah, not the way that you want to start the second half here on the PK, right?
Yeah, when you're down by 9 and, you know, you've got to try to fight your way back in. Canada having a chat here to set up their power play. You got
to find ways to get yourself back in the game, not ways that take you out more. But this one is far from over.
Yeah, still, 29 minutes to play in this game. That shot by Smith. Nice job by Adelino to get out on him. That's what you need to do. Myers has it. Thomas with the stick up by his ear perfectly. Schultz coming ahead for the Scots. Looking for some help, gets it to Bartos, and immediately Nick Apilo up on top of him.
Been a matchup for them. He's been glued to him,
Passes
as well
off.
as the captain.
Yeah, passes him off to Shung. Then Grehan, the captain, is jumping in there. 5 left on the shot clock. Canada's going to muck it here. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, Grehan just takes off to get a change. I thought he'd come away with the ball the way he was blasting out of there.
And I really should correct myself. I'm not sure if they're really looking for matchups specifically on a penalty kill, right? It's just it's a rag or not a rag team. Sorry, it's just a defensive squad.
Yeah, you don't worry as much about obviously who's out there on defense when the other team's shorthanded.
Yeah, but at the same time, yeah. Now that I think of it, maybe you do. Regardless, here come the Canadians on the power play. And nothing doing there for the Canadians. Back come the Thistles. Stearns. He's going to slow play this. Rag as much as he can off of this power play.
Toss it up to Harless. He's going to slowly step across the restraining line. Down to 8. I thought there was a penalty coming. I saw a hand go up, but it came back down. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I thought I saw the far official toss his hand up, but I may have been imagining things. Tompkins will take it. Canada with the power play ending. Mastine is released. Thomas driving the net, doesn't matter. Still a virtual power play goal, as Mastine obviously not in the play, and just driving down the middle like a Mack truck was Thomas.
He's got a little pep in his step after that one. Definitely a real nice finish from Thomas here. Look where it comes from, right? Obviously they're on a power play, but just simple cuts to the middle as the ball gets sent down to the opposite side. It's day one stuff, but it still works today.
Rosario will do a push-up. He's looking, yeah, he's in pain. I wasn't sure if he was just frustrated about something, but no, he is hurt. You can see he's not putting much weight on his right leg. Now he will. Still a little limp.
And he's been really good at the face-off, though.
Oh, he's been a bulldog, right? Jumps over the bench. I think we'll see him back fairly soon. Skoski stopped, so Benoit takes a go. Horbe with the stop, as we suggested. Horbe has come in for the second half. We did see Myers and one or two other of the Canadian players out on the floor at halftime, warming up Horbe, getting him ready, just as we saw the Americans do in their game for the bronze medal. Here's Wallace, who has 4 goals and 3 assists to lead the Canadian onslaught so far in the game. Nice pass, nice cut by Dumoulin, just misses. The putback attempt by Myers. That one goes a little wide.
Ooh.
There's a rip from Wallace.
Bit of a tumble from number 13 there on the Thistles as well.
Yeah.
Looked like he hit the deck hard.
Here's Smith back up behind the net. Oh, back to Smith. Blocked by the back of Adelino, but not by the hand of Adelino. You can see him shaking it.
That pass was so satisfying down to number 6 there. I can't think of his name for some reason right now. Myers, that's right. It was directly into his stick. I don't think he had to move it an inch. Oh.
That's really handy. Here comes the
Who's
Scots.
stopping you?
Sorry. Just a little internal booth chirping. It's no fun if you can't chirp each other. Here comes Harless. Stearns trying to fight through, gets to the net. What a stop by Horbe after a great effort. You love to see that level of effort still coming when the team is down substantially.
He's digging deep, that's for sure.
Loved his game all week. One of the 4 Thistles who have been honored with Player of the Game award, along with Jay War against the U.S. clearly. Bartos, Ruskowski, the two big guys. Thomas has it here. Tompkins, sorry. Threw it to Thomas. That one just gets away from Tompkins. And it'll drift up and out of bounds and into the stands. And that one is a souvenir. Oh, actually, it's one of the paramedics. Oh, no, I think she's going to get up and come throw it in. Wait till a stoppage.
That's worth one freezy or slushy.
Right? Here's Waddy going to the net. Pretty sure that was crease. It was. Jay War will do the old spread the hands out after leaning on Waddy to get up. The paramedic strolls over and hands it to a Canadian fan. He's pretty stoked to have that green game ball. Nice save, Horbay. Very acrobatic play, and Harless can't believe it. He thought he had, or sorry, Mastine thought he had it there. That one gets away from Sagu, and Miller will track it down in the corner. It's going to be a loose ball violation, Scott's possession. Miller. He's got Mastine open. Tries to hit the cutter. Stearns, who pops it onto Mastine. Bartos is over on the far side. Oh, there it is. Weatherby gets on top of a little shove and just the stop by Horbay, who's been really sharp coming in halfway through this game. Mastine, watched by Grehan, gets a shot from his offside. It's blocked out front. 30 is about to expire. And Benoit with a little hug to Sagu at the end of that play. Here comes Weatherby. He's so quick. He's barely putting an effort in there, it looks like, and he's still just gliding past people. He's got about 7 gears.
Oh, yeah.
Dumoulin hands it off, and Smith. You can tell with a shooter like that, he's always thinking about the shot. There it comes. Not sure if that was blocked out front. Just hit the glass. Oh, and Wallace gets his own rebound back. Cross to Smith, but Smith always looks like he's ready to shoot. There he is, behind the back, scores! Always ready.
Yeah, he was definitely ready there. Great catch in the middle again. Coming down to fundamental stuff. Ball gets swung from one side of the floor to the other. Great time to cut. You're probably going to see about every single defender's head turn here. And it's not really a bad thing. It's just a natural reaction, right? See, everybody's focused looking up and over, right? Wasn't off a swing pass, but still a great time to cut regardless.
Townsend got on
beauty behind the back.
Yeah, I mean, Townsend did get out and get the cross check on him, but Smith just unfazed by it. Weatherby's directing traffic, pointing someone to go and get Benoit, and then he just goes and takes him himself. That's an interesting matchup. The two little players with big personalities on the floor. Goes up top, the fresh 30, and Bartos has it. Bartos ducks underneath. Oh, great job by Nicopilo.
Almost the V hold there.
Yeah. Here's Miller. All 5 Canadian defenders at one point in a dead straight line across the floor. You don't see that very often. Then they kind of double you out, get the pressure everywhere, and here is Fernandez going ahead.
Yeah, Halifax Thunderbirds do a good job of that on offense.
Right, line them all up, and then, boom, everyone goes their way.
Yeah, just getting defenders parallel, right? Like,
yeah.
When you have any kind of flat set like that, it's so hard to defend.
Picked off by McCammett. Nice job intercepting that one. Over to Ottolino, who's been a really steady presence for the Scots. Stearns wants to get underneath, does so, gets to the net, scores! Oh, he stepped on the crease line.
These guys have been watching Josh Byrne highlights.
Yeah.
It's the second time I feel like we've seen something Josh Byrne-esque.
What a great first step underneath, eh?
Very quick, fast.
Weisbrod with it.
You know, he'd been going over top multiple times throughout the game, right? So that's what sets that up.
There's the pass to Thomas in front. He's got a couple. Was looking for the hat trick. Couldn't quite find it. Weisbrod with another rip. Tompkins trying to grab it. It's going to run. He's going to run out of time. Here's Harless. Grehan racing off the bench. Nice save, Horbe. That's a good shot by Harless. It's going to be a penalty to Grehan.
And that's a good call.
Yeah, check from behind. Really good cross check.
It's funny. I was literally just thinking short side on that break, just because obviously they just got that call back short side. I think it would have been a nice little like mental kind of game to throw that to the short side as well.
Just
so after
pull
you
it
go
back
short side,
yeah.
Especially when you drop your hands like this too, and you always just throwing themselves to the far pipe, man.
Yeah, you pull it back across your body, and would have looked
tough
really
shot.
nice.
It's a really tough shot.
Tough to be accurate with.
100%.
Yeah. Harless has it again. Feeds it through. Nice pass, but Harless is not Benoit's friend right now.
Look at Sagu.
Yeah, he is hustling out.
I love the aggression.
Oh, beautiful, Ruskowski.
The problem with the aggression, right, is you do get into situations like this sometimes. I'm a big high-risk, high-reward person when it comes to defense, but unfortunately, Canada on the other side of this one, Ruskowski catching, getting to the middle once again, shooting and scoring. It's a nice little face dodge there, right? Not afraid to get to contact whatsoever.
Yeah, a couple of goals now for Ruskowski in this game. Came in 2 behind Bartos. He had 11. Bartos had 13. Ruskowski also had 11 assists. So he is their leading scorer. And he has definitely been one of the drivers of the offense throughout the tournament, including today. He's in on all of their goals with 2 goals and an assist today. Here's Smith taking his time.
Oh, that's got to be a penalty.
Haven't seen the
Tompkins
indication
just took
yet.
probably 20, maybe not 20, like 10 good hard steps. And just watch it here.
Yeah. It's definitely an illegal
and that's
pick.
in slow motion.
Yes, that's right. Oh, I think that might be some blood that was burst out of the defender on that hard pick that Max is sweeping up. Got a picture with Max earlier. His dad took one of us. Hopefully they'll send that to me. Send it to me. I'm on Instagram at, I think it's Stamplax. For sure, Twitter. Honestly, I should know my handles, but
follow Stamplax on Instagram and Twitter, by the way. Lots of interesting content to come for the man.
And follow Aaron Forster on Box Lacrosse Breakdown. Twitter, mostly Instagram, and YouTube. Got some content coming from this tournament. I know you've been talking to some folks. Nice pass inside. Bartos scores. Great seal on his man there by Bartos. Just gets his defender on his back. And like a basketball play, you feed it into the post.
It's like a little drop step from him here. Let's watch him catch this. Regardless, he's been strong all throughout this tournament, right? And yeah, it's that little bit of contact just to create a little bit of confusion, then slip to the middle, right?
Had a couple of steps open, and you can see just how well he protected himself, protected the stick and the ball once the pass had arrived.
Well, yeah, these defenders are so used to switching, right? They're so used, they're eager to switch. So when you can kind of do something to mess them up with that and get a step like Bartos did, take it.
Dumoulin with the pass to Wiesbrod. That gets popped out of his stick. Smith and McCammett all over him, and McCammett comes away with it. Dumoulin already back in reverse transition, or in transition defense, to avoid the transition break for the Scots. So Stearns will hand it off, or will he? He will eventually to Miller, who just tosses it over to Harless. He's going to let that one rip. Maybe he thought he could catch Horbe napping. Ruskowski just stoned by Horbe.
I feel like he's gotten better every single game. Like, he's always been good.
Yeah.
But even today, still very, very impressed with him.
That's Ruskowski or?
Ruskowski.
Yeah, I think so. Again, 2 goals and an assist on the 4 goals they have, and that is a big collision. That's going to be bringing Jimmy the trainer out to check on Townsend.
Not sure if you can hear that on the stream, but definitely some things being said on the floor and also in the stands, I think.
We did have a fan thrown out at the half, and he was yelling something about a no goal at 10:02, and we went and tried to look to see what he was talking about. We didn't see anything.
We saw 1 goal around 10:02
like
from
15
Smith,
seconds off.
where he just shredded a top right corner. No debate. It was definitely a goal. Mind you, if it's somehow, like, I'm not sure if you guys have ever played NHL, but where you hit the topmost part of the corner, but it doesn't cross the goal line. You know what I'm talking about?
I haven't actually played, but
You've never played NHL?
The video game, you mean, right?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Not a big video game guy.
We got to get you in NHL.
Okay. Can we do it? You want to do it streaming? You be at your place, I'll be at my place.
That'd be great.
We have great Wi-Fi now at our place. It was installed the day I was leaving, so I haven't got to enjoy it yet. Looking forward to it. Mastine up to Bartos, rips a goal. My goodness, Bartos, that is a lot of power.
Is there a glimmer of hope with this 5-minute power play? Could be a momentum shift. Bartos is definitely going to bury when you give him that much time and space. Hands free. And again, Canadians being aggressive. I think they just got to commit to that rotation. I think I'd rather see Sagu just keep going down there and then everybody else rotate one spot.
We'll see what they do. Sagu is back out there playing low, and Grehan will actually drift down to the low spot, and Fernandez and Weatherby at the top. Now they're going to send Fernandez back down. It'll be Sagu and Weatherby, the speedsters, up at the top of this formation.
You know, they're going to be looking to go for a fast break.
Yeah, Stearns. They go back door to Miller. He steps in the crease. Mastine taps it into the corner. If we're being a stickler, you could call that delay a game, but I think it's probably an okay non-call. Nice pass ahead by Grehan to get to Waddy, cutting across the middle. Canada, you talked about it, when they're shorthanded, they're probably creating as many scoring chances. That's too many men.
And
Definitely.
once again,
yeah, they get away with it.
Get away with murder.
Yeah, Myers just ran out onto the floor, looked sheepishly.
I keep thinking they're going for the sneak.
Yeah, I
One
know.
time
We
the
looked to see
penalty
the
actually
goalies there,
ended.
right?
Yeah, and I just didn't see the player change. But that time I was like, oh, sneak, here we go.
He was about 5 steps out there.
Oh, yeah.
If he had a tail, it would have been tucked between his legs.
That's
as
an
he went back
understatement,
to
too,
the-
on your end.
Yeah.
You're being a little too kind.
5 baby steps, or 5 giant steps.
Yeah.
10 left to shoot. Miller has it. Back to Bartos. He'll take that one. He does. Stopped by Horbe. Outlet to Weatherby. Oh, it gets away from him. Grabbed by... It is grabbed by Harless. He looked like he was looking around for the ball, even though he had it in his stick. Here's Ruskowski, who's been just a load to deal with. Harless bounce pass to Benoit. That's kind of a tough pass to handle. Comes to Harless on the crease. Stearns. That's not the corner that was open. You're banging yourself in the head. Here's Sagu.
Oh.
That's a pretty big pick by Grehan. Apparently it's okay. Sagu. Oh, foot save. Sagu slides all the way to the boards. J-War either chirping him or making sure he's okay. I think chirping.
Definitely chirping Sagu.
Yep.
Sagu, excuse me, didn't seem happy about it.
No. Turn to reply. Scott's back on the power play setup. Still just under 2.5 left to go on the major to Thomas. Behind the back. Miller's got a lane, shoots. That one bounces off a defender. Pops up. Could have been a little trouble, but it goes wide. Shung on to Benoit. They're going to run out of time to shoot. Oh, Harless gets one on net. Is that a reset? Oh, they're going to call him in the crease.
How many goals do we have called back now?
It's probably 3. I think it's 3
Yeah.
on the Scots.
Yeah, because there was the one in front, right?
That was Miller right on top of the
Yeah.
crease. Let's take a look. Here we go. He picks it up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Toe.
Neither was too far, but it might have been both feet.
Yeah. No debate. That's why you wear white shoes, though, kids.
That's why you also have a white head, shooters, and mesh on your stick to be deceptive.
Hides the ball.
I would love to see, and I know the IIJL president, Chris Fox, disagrees with me on this. I would love to see everyone have to play with a black head, black mesh, black strings, make the ball visible. It would make viewability on broadcasts 100% better. Not even kidding.
That's a broadcaster's
Yep.
rule for sure.
You always think about the broadcast. Just under 2 minutes left on the penalty. Smith is up on Wiesbrod. Wallace cutting. That's going to open some space for Wiesbrod. Nice job staying in his position by Urbanski. You've enjoyed his game during this tournament. Hard rip from the outside, and Urbanski comes, he doesn't come away with it.
That time he's just got to move his feet, run through that GB.
Oh,
and
Smith goes down. Urbanski doesn't get a penalty, so he just takes off with the ball.
Is he all right?
Flips it to Smith. You better shoot soon. He does. Smith is fired up. You can probably tell by his helmet, as much as by the reaction of his teammates. He is not a big box guy, but that is a beautiful finish by Smith.
And with the way that they're celebrating here, this actually might be his first box goal of the tournament and maybe ever.
I think it's his first box goal of his life.
That's right. So definitely a reason to get fired up. Love to see those things happen on the floor. Urbanski, obviously a polarizing figure right now. Not exactly sure what happened with that poke check, but goes back the other way and just shovels
the poke check to the spleen? May have been a spear.
Potentially.
Yeah.
I don't think anything malicious behind it, though.
No.
Thankfully.
Urbanski
Unless Urbanski's an evil genius that we do not know about.
Urbanski just stood there expecting the call. There was none, so he just reaches down and pokes the ball out.
Really?
But what a goal for Smith. You could see how excited they were for him. These teammates have come together in the week that they've been here. Canada cheers family when they break their huddles. The Scots, you can see them getting closer. They are stoked for Smith. Thought we were going to see a dunk from Harless. Murray had him, loses it. Dunk! If that had gone in, we'd suddenly be thinking.
That bench would have erupted.
Oh, my goodness.
And suddenly we might have had an interesting situation. I don't want to say ball game because I don't want to.
Right. Right. 3 seconds in the quarter, so Waddy's just going to rip it. It's stopped by J-War. And we will go to the third quarter break with the score. Canada 13, Scotland 6. After the third period was a 4-2 edge for the Scots. I'm Stephen Stamp. He is Aaron Forster. And I'll be back with Coach Ronnie for the fourth quarter and the crowning of a world champion after this quick break. Welcome back, lacrosse friends, to the fourth quarter of the 2024 World Junior Lacrosse Championship. It's 13-6 for Canada. That third quarter, though, was 4-2 in favor of the Scottish Thistles.
Huge for the Thistles, right? Winning a quarter against Canada, especially in the second half, given the score. Find things to build momentum off of, right? You got to chip away. You're not going to score 7 goals all at once, right? One at a time.
And the really interesting thing, the Scots had the last 4 goals of that quarter. Canada got a couple to extend their lead to 13-2. The Scots are on a 4-goal run, and Rosario has the ball and makes a pass that does get over to Benoit. May not have been the artistic beauty he would have liked to have made, but he got it there, and the Thistles set back up. Here's Miller. Harless behind the net, hits Ruskowski. Wow, Ruskowski is so dangerous on top of the crease, and that's 5 in a row for the Scots.
He is, you mentioned it earlier, he is really good at that, just tapping it in, almost just floats it. Right? And once again, cutting from a place, like we got this little pass underneath, and look at him just flash the ball, present the target to the passer. Ruskowski scores yet again from that same spot.
And Grehan, the defender, could have been more assertive, but he was right on top of Ruskowski. There was contact. He was on him.
Again, catching balls when you shouldn't necessarily make the handle, right?
Bartos going behind the net. Oh, that's going to be a penalty.
This is the exact opposite of what Canada wants here.
Yeah. Remember we talked
I'm not going to say it yet,
when
though.
the Scots were playing
the
U.S., and we said, you get into these games where you expect it to go a certain way, and then the team that's the real underdog just gets into a game, they make something of it, and the other team just can't get out of it. I mean, it's hard to change that momentum once you go. These Scots are gritty, they're resilient, they keep trying. They've got J-War making big saves down at one end.
Sorry.
Yeah, they have 3 power play goals in the third quarter, and they're looking to get one in the fourth.
Yeah, and even the difference of cheers at the end of that last quarter, the Scots just absolutely fired up. And I feel like the Canadians are trying to match that now with their bench, just as I'm saying this, hilariously enough.
Yeah. Benoit gets that rebound. Got 8 to shoot. Shoots. Stopped. It's in the stick. Grehan with the pass out. Ruskowski right on top of him. Almost Sean Evans'd him on the crease check. Here's Weatherby. Goes to the penalty kill. And it's funny, you were talking about how the Scots didn't seem to have much energy earlier. They have found it. And it's not easy to get your energy back after you're way down. Penalty coming to the Scots now.
It's a very good contrast of a team that is very level-headed,
yes,
a team that can really, get into those momentum swings, and it can work for them or against them. It's definitely worked for them.
Yeah. So Benoit is going to the box for an interference call, and that's just crushing when you've got momentum on your side. You've got 5 goals in a row. You're on the power play, and to take a penalty like that away from the play is just.
Yeah, you don't want to be in 2-man everywhere defense
no.
against these Canadians.
My goodness.
But also, Thistles also have an equal amount of weapons offensively.
They do, but
in terms of size and speed and ability to get to the
I'm
cage.
not sure if I'd say equal. Canada just has a more variety, more. I mean, Canada's got 7 or 8 forwards that you really have to keep an eye on.
Yeah, they have several transition players that could be even playing forward for them. You know what I'm saying? So I totally understand what you're saying. The depth is 100% there for the Canadians.
I'm not sure. I mean, if you're trying to decide who would be the MVP, I don't think we actually even pick an MVP, but who would be the MVP of this tournament if we had one? Who would it be? I don't know. Obviously, it'd be from Canada as the team that right now is in control of the gold medal game, but Smith? Maybe?
Yeah,
probably.
When we're thinking MVP, are we just thinking top scorer, basically?
No, top player. Who's had the most impact? You thinking Weatherby?
I was thinking Weatherby,
yeah.
but You know, in terms of
I don't hate
how
it.
you can measure those ground balls and how much they do for a team.
Yeah.
Nothing really beats tallies on the board.
Smith whips it across to Wiesbrod. He's going to get a steal there from a screen from Myers and scores. Wiesbrod joins the scoring parade with a 4-on-4 marker.
Yeah, great shot here. And again, 4-on-4, this kind of plays into Canada's forte, right? They want to have two-mans everywhere. They're so good in the two-man game, right? Gets over top, and it looked like actually there's going to be like a cross floor seal there. Regardless, beautiful shot, 14-7 Canada.
Rosario wins the draw, sees 3 red jerseys. He's going to duck under one, duck back out. Love the little cutting there. Rosario heading for the change, as is Ottolino. Ottolino's going to go back on the defensive end. Oh, and it is a major. I didn't even notice that. It's a major to Benoit for the Scots. That
really takes the winds out of your sails. Or the wind out of your sails, rather.
Talked about the energy. That's going to get right out of the arena because there's no netting down at that end. You were talking about the energy that they had, and it's not there. Look at that Scots bench now. I mean, that is a quiet group, and that's going to make them even quieter.
Yeah, once again on the 4-on-4. Too much time, too much space. They're already good enough 5-on-5 generating space for one another. When you add this much more, it becomes that much easier. And it's just a simple pass and cut from the opposite side. Again, day one stuff, but hey, it still works today. Still works in the NOL. Good habits to get into as an off-ball player.
Smith just ripping it up out there.
And not to necessarily say Smith is an off-ball player. I just mean
off-ball,
do those things.
Yes.
Smith does a lot of damage with the ball.
He does. He does. He's not exactly Casey Byrnes getting 3 passes and scoring 3 goals. I mean, he will do that, but he likes to carry the ball. Oh, Bartos.
That's a good answer.
What a response. That technically will be a shorthanded goal because Irwin had been released from the penalty box, but obviously not back into the play yet. Was still setting up his 4-on-4.
Yeah, Bartos likes to grip it and rip it. Shooting around the defender yet again. I feel like we've seen that a lot this tournament. Thistles find success when they throw the ball behind, right? You even saw Ruskowski there getting in the middle, presenting that target. Just a good look for this team. I think they're comfortable back there.
Grehan getting up pretty high with that check on Bartos, but Bartos is ready. He wants the ball back, and he will get it now. Pick coming from Ruskowski. It's a slip. Bartos underneath. That's a pretty good look. Missed the net, but not a bad option. Great job by Weatherby. He is going to take off. I can't see anyone staying with him, and that is exactly what happens. And there's the goal. Power play goal on the run for Weatherby, who has been spectacular.
Well, it's funny. I was talking about, ground balls, loose balls, excuse me.
Yes.
And their importance throughout a lacrosse game. And how do we really measure that? Well, that's a pretty good way right there.
Yeah.
Picking up a loose ball and then going all the way down himself, getting that far side. Yeah, good luck catching this kid. Weatherby with another one.
I mean, Stearns is whipping down the floor, but Weatherby's just so quick, and the acceleration there.
Yeah, great feet, good speed, just has heart, you know?
Yeah.
Very, the intangibles, stuff like that.
J-War having a very strong tournament. I'm not sure I've ever seen a goalie sweat as much in his crease. You can see the big, Max was down there wiping it. Just look at how much moisture there is just all over. That pass is going to get out of bounds. Bit of a tough break. Ruskowski's saying it went off of a Canadian player. Yeah, okay, the ref is now agreeing with him. Nick Apilo thought he was going to get a chance there. to join the scoring parade. He is one of just 2 Canadians who have not scored other than the goalies. Mastine across to Ruskowski. He wants to go underneath. He's going to spin back over the top. 3 red jerseys come across to seal that off. That shot got away from Miller. Battle there, Sagu and Bartos. That's a pretty big, good move for the big man, and he gets it through to the net and then hustles off to the bench. Love the effort there from Bartos. Down to the corner. Wallace, backdoor, it's tipped away. Nice active stick. Here's Myers. Wallace, late in the shot clock, misses the net. That's going to be, oh, they did give a reset. Did that get off of J-War?
I think so. I heard that very distinctive leg pad.
Right.
Thud.
Okay. Myers gets it from Wallace. Toe drag, loses it. Mastine couldn't see it. Myers gets it. That's going to be an easy putback for Wiesbrod. Not if Schultz could help it, because he was racing down to try and stop it, but that is a wide open yawning cage for Wiesbrod.
That's just a bad bounce for the Thistles. Not much you can really do there. Sometimes you get the bounces, sometimes you don't. This time they don't. Right off the rebound. Johnny on the spot, right place, right time.
It's actually a fair bit of pressure in a situation like that, because you should score. And that is the fan who got the first of all, doesn't know that she loves her dance moves being up on the screen, but she's the one, I believe, who was handed the ball by the paramedic earlier who caught it. And she was pretty excited to have that ball. Yeah.
I totally missed that.
Yeah.
That's really sweet, though.
Yeah. She was at the other end of the rink. She's coming down with the Canadian offense.
I saw her catch the ball, yeah.
Yeah. Weatherby leaves it there for Thomas. She's got the double flags waving.
It's kind of distracting.
I know, right? Yeah. And then the big flag in back. Proud Canadian supporters. Here's Wallace fighting through. Nice save, J-War. And J-War's going for a walkabout while Stearns has a chat with the official. And Max will come and wipe up. Stay with us at the end of the tournament. We will have the players of the game presented. The all-world team and the silver and gold medals. Definitely looking like Canada will be back to gold. But, boy, the Scots have made this pretty interesting down the third and fourth quarter.
They're not going to shy away. They've shown that throughout this tournament. They will fight tooth and nail to make sure that they're going down swinging, if you will.
Pressure from Weatherby, and he's going to get himself not a goal. He steps in the crease.
And that crease is moist.
Yeah. I'm telling you, he's a big sweater.
Is that puddle specifically from him, or is it guys falling in the crease?
I'm telling you, that's
he's
his
literally
sweat.
dripping
He's a sweater.
sweat?
It happens whichever end he's at.
Wild.
Third quarter was down at the other end.
That's
I don't know.
wild.
He's just got hyperhidrosis, I guess. But
I thought it was a shadow from up here. But I stand corrected.
Having a heck of a tournament, I'll tell you, J-War is. That's going to be an over and back. And Spanos laboring a bit, as we noticed he had to miss the one game with being a little dinged up. He's got to head into the quarter. He wanted to start right in back of the net, try and set somebody up. Now he's going to have to head off for a change. Leaves it there for Wiesbrod. Wallace was cutting in the middle. Timing was a touch off for them. Fifth defender coming out. Dumoulin pulls it down, shoots. That hits somebody out front. It's grabbed by Ottolino, and that's passed right back to the keeper. And they'll let him throw that one ahead.
And a
Townsend
check from
runs
behind
onto
directly in the crease.
Yeah. Hayes takes this one. Schultz is following. He's going to go to the bench. And Mastine over to Harless. Here is Irwin running the floor. Really like the tournament Irwin's had. Oh.
Smith again.
Yeah, some of the Scots fans may like to argue that that wasn't in because it came out so fast. Definitely was in. Not to create anything.
No, that could be a no goal by that one fan standard.
Right? Just watch this, though.
But no, this is, again, a place that he really likes to shoot
Oh, it didn't
from.
come back out. Yeah, sorry.
No problem. And just kind of sneaks it into the 7-hole. Was that top cheddar or 7-hole?
I thought it came out of the net. Why are you asking me?
Either way. Beautiful shot from Smith again.
They've got Myers set up behind the net. He's just kind of hanging out casually. If you get him the ball, he will do something pretty, I'll tell you that. They're saving it for later in the possession. Now he comes out. Backdoor attempt.
Oh.
Wallace.
Urbanski looked like he wanted to try the dunk attempt there.
Yeah, good job covering it
about
by
it.
Nick Capillo.
Great strip. Ruskowski tried to get underneath there, and he just got easily stripped by Irwin.
Shung looking ahead to Smith. That one's a little wild, and it's going to wind up in the stick of Ottolino, who'll throw it ahead. Here comes Harless. Shung watching him.
Mastine, right?
Mastine. I said Harless. There, that is Harless now, 14 with it. Over to Mastine. Thanks, partner.
No problem.
That one bounces back out, and that's a pretty healthy whack. Ball will be given to the Scots. 6-12 to go again. Stay tuned for the players of the game, the all-world team, and the presentation of the medals. Dunk attempt. Is that one good? No, they say he stepped in the crease. That was Harless going after that one.
Well, I thought it went in, and it didn't go in anyways.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was on the top of the mesh. It looked like it went in, though, right?
Well, that's a factor.
Yeah. Definitely has to go in the net for it to be considered a goal, or close to.
Right. Myers taking his time.
Or just hit top right and come out.
Yeah.
Smith style, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Up where the mesh is tight.
Yeah, exactly.
Spin swings right back out. Oh, Bartos wide open. And McCammett saw him just a bit too late. Now Bartos has it. He's going to try and spin underneath. It's a collision of big bodies there with Fernandez picking up on Bartos. And now with Ruskowski, who got open for a moment, shot by Mastine. Grehan, you can hear from here, Horbe yelling, feet, feet, feet.
Another great take from the Canadians. Dumoulin. Great opportunity, but Jawar sends him back to the bench. Nice stop. Zerbanski now. He gets over half, but he's met by Smith for checking. Manages to cause the turnover. Smith back the other way. Sends it up to Weatherby. He's always in the right place at the right time.
Always. Backpedals now, takes his time. You can see the defender's always thinking, Coach, do you want me to stay out and play? Do you want me to stay for a shift on O? I'm like, no, you're fine. Come on in.
Just don't make eye contact with the coach.
Right?
The music's too loud.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you, sorry, Coach.
Yeah.
I thought you said go, go, go. Oh, you said no, no, no? Sorry, Coach.
Oh, you said come to the bench. You're
Right.
not an offensive player?
Yeah.
I thought you said stay on the floor.
You can see how those can get mixed up.
Yeah, it's common.
4 minutes to play. Bartos will lob it across to Ruskowski. Gets stripped away from Grehan. Comes back to him. They've got 6 to shoot. Ruskowski rips it. Horbe with the stop. Spanos.
A little toey.
Yeah. Didn't love that one.
Thomas now with it. He's at the half wall, sends it up to the point to Smith. Now it's on the opposite side. Swung back to Myers. Now all the way back to, apologies, it was, Tompkins. Or Thomas, sorry.
Yeah. Here comes McCammett the other way, loading up like he was going to shoot. I don't think that was a serious threat. Bartos with it. Mastine gets it over along the boards to Miller. Feeds it through to Benoit, who's out after having served his major. Weatherby all over him. We've seen these two on each other all day.
Great D.
Yeah. And the takedown.
Good job by Weatherby disengaging after that takedown, right?
Yep. Just keep going.
He learned his
Go
lesson
play.
last game.
Yeah. Oh, Dumoulin with about 7 little fakes and hesitations. And then he's going to get up there for the forecheck and get the ball back. Lobs it over to Smith, who's going to peel back out as we're coming down to the final couple of minutes.
This one is all but over. Two great teams.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big moment for Scots lacrosse.
Massive.
The Thistles performing well to get to this gold medal game. Here's Miller. Ruskowski comes out. He's rumbling into the middle. See if they can get it to him for another option here. But there's Bartos. Left it out there. Just waiting for it to be checked. I like Nicopilito in this foot race, but nice hustle there. Nicopilo, sorry, in the foot race. But great hustle by Bartos to get back in transition defense.
For sure. I think even if he has a breakaway, he's probably not taking that.
Yeah, probably
Or at least
not.
I wouldn't.
Although,
I wouldn't.
You would so.
If it was a close game, yes.
Yeah.
In this situation, no. And I've done that.
Yeah. Now, again, Nicopilo and Shung, the only Canadians who haven't scored. So, I don't know. Maybe they're telling him go ahead. But
Maybe then
again,
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's definitely a good point.
It's a 50-50.
And I think the acceptable scenario to go. Yeah.
Oh, that one picked off by Rosario. He's going to lob it ahead. Nice catch, Mastine. He's on the run. Weatherby watching him. Mastine,
Shot.
snipe. He's had that one coming.
Maybe a sigh of relief from Mastine. He's been really good,
Yeah.
both on the left side and the right side. I feel like I'm
Right.
fixating on that righty
one
goal
goal.
from yesterday, but it was really, it took us by surprise. We were so caught off guard. This one is definitely in his strong hand. Puts it to the far side. Sometimes all you got to do is just literally beat the goalie to the far pipe. Shoot it as hard as you possibly can to that far pipe.
First goal of the game, 7th of the tournament for Mastine. He's been a really nice contributor to the Scots club. That's going to be an illegal pick. Illegal loose ball foul. And oh, somebody's down. Sorry, we couldn't see him as the player is down right along the boards. Jimmy is out to give a hand. That's Fernandez.
He's been a little bit uncomfortable out there with knee brace on, obviously. Gets up, and I think he was kind of favoring that knee, if I'm not mistaken. Again,
Looked like he may have been.
could be seeing things.
We're down to 42
I didn't really have
seconds,
the best angle of it.
right?
Just happy that he's up and walking, and especially in a game like this.
And no surprise, Max took advantage of that opportunity to get out and give a wipe to the floor while they were waiting for Fernandez to get up and get cheered off the floor. The Canadian flags are waving as the final half minute of this gold medal match ticks away. Canada is going to return the gold medal to the Great White North. The Thistles will get a silver medal for the Scots, and the U.S. has to be disappointed. I'm sure they like getting the bronze today. A very gentle shot by Waddy. But they wanted to defend their gold medal. This Canadian team feels like it was built specifically to beat the Americans and get the gold medal back on home soil. And they have done so. Canada wins the 2024 IIJL World Juniors.
Great moment for these kids. We'll just let you guys enjoy it at home while celebrations ensue.
Canadians enjoying the spoils of victory. I'm fascinated by what's going on over with the Scottish club as they gather. Ottolino, who's been a real leader for them, was saying focus in, the coaching staff having a talk with them. You can hear them saying keep your heads up. Think about right here.
I think there's a lot to celebrate from both teams, right? And I think just reminding these kids about what they accomplished this tournament, it was a lot, right? Character win and a get over the hump win versus America, and these kids, like, they got nothing to hang their heads about.
Absolutely
Obviously
not.
It's crushing in a gold medal game. I get that, but so many good things to take away from the entire tournament. These young men should be super proud of themselves.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the handshake lines. The Scots are on our side, and you can see them all going by, and like player after player, you can sit there and see the good things that happened with them, the good things they did in this tournament, the growth that they had. So that is a win in itself, even if they didn't get the medal that they were hoping for.
For sure, I'd love to see this whole squad stick together. It was kind of like a ragtag team of just different pieces of the puzzle just being thrown together, and so much character and differences of like personality throughout the entire squad, right? People just fitting roles perfectly, in my opinion, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And yeah, I would love to see these guys, keep playing together and keep getting better, whether it be on the same team or elsewhere, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And you can see the camaraderie that was built. Scott's going over to shake the hands of the officials, as are the Canadians. And congratulations to Canada. Stick around. We will very shortly have the player of the game presentations. One for each team. For Scotland, number 3, Smith. And they are pretty stoked. Smith with clearly his first box lacrosse goal. You heard the excitement when he scored it. And he's going to stay there for a photo with the Canadian player of the game. Will be Wallace for the Canucks. Awards presented by IIJL President Chris Fox. A nice smile there. The two of them get together for a shot. At forward, on the all-world team from Canada, Liam Elliott played only 3 games, led the tournament in points per game, was dynamic before he got his right thumb broken. You can see the cast there. He's still smiling. I know he's got to go home and have some surgery on that, so it's a shame to see that, but good to see him part of it. The other forward, also from Canada, is Smith.
Yeah, this kid's got a cannon.
Yeah.
He's dangerous everywhere on the floor. From behind the net, he can dunk. In front of the cage, he can do literally everything else.
Orlando Kernigan from the Australians, the transition player. He was great at both ends of the floor. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot more of this young man.
Super, super good. Has a cannon from the outside. Similar to Smith, right? Excited to see how he continues to develop and find more ways to contribute, because he's contributing in a lot of ways right now.
He is so athletic. On defense from the U.S., Elliot Rutherford, who is just fantastic. I mean,
far and away the best defender, I think.
Game in, game out.
Maybe not far and away, but he was
the best.
Very, very noticeable.
Yeah. The other all-world defender from Canada, Weatherby, Jackson Weatherby. We have talked about it, how good he has been throughout this tournament. Every game he has played very well. Consistent.
And just brings, again, I was talking about intangibles earlier. Kid has heart. Can't coach that.
Nope. And the goaltender, Jay War, from Scotland, Jarrett Jay War.
Who might have single-handedly been responsible for that American upset.
Yeah, for the Scots being in this game.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things from the week, too, was hearing from the Canadian coaches that they were talking about the player getting nicknames for all the players, and Jackson Weatherby said, "My nickname's Beast," and they said, "You can't just pick your nickname." Then they watched him play, and they said, "Okay, you're Beast."
Makes sense.
Yep.
Weather Beast.
100%. Oh, that's pretty nice. I like the way you slid that in. So 3 Canadians makes sense with this solid gold medal championship. The silver medals will be presented to the Scottish Thistles. They will all come forward, led by Jay War, everyone following along. Congratulations to the Scots.
Yeah, like I said earlier, these guys got nothing to hang their heads about.
No.
Huge, huge tournament for this group. And they will continue to build off it in the years to come.
Silver medals being handed out by IIJL President Chris Fox and U.S. coach Drew Petkoff. IIJL is not done for the year by any means. 3 tournaments coming up at the Classic Rink in East Aurora, Buffalo, August 29th to September 2nd. We will see the U16 Worlds, the U18 Worlds for the boys, and the first ever World U21 Women's Championship.
Very, very exciting things down the pipeline.
Stoked. Looking forward to seeing that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome league, right? Just really, really special players, special performances, and what more could you ask for as a fan?
Yeah, providing opportunities for international experience for these players. Reminds me a bit, of course, of the World Hockey Championships, where you've got the players who aren't in the NHL playoffs going over because of the timing. Same thing. I mean, the Minto Cup is coming up. There are teams battling for that. If you're on your team trying to make the Minto Cup or the Founders Cup, you can't play here. Obviously, you have your commitments, but there are lots of players. You see the talent that is outside that select group that is available and coming together as a family for this team from Canada at the World Juniors. And you see Thomas and Myers having a nice moment. I think they've got some family here. Grehan, the captain, gets his medal from Drew Petkoff. You really see how young these guys are when the helmets come off. They're such amazing athletes. You see everything they do out on the floor, and you can forget. These are just kids.
Yeah, I know they've got a tremendous amount of skill.
Mm-hmm. Nicopilo, Tompkins get their medals. Waddy and Murray. That is Murray there, and 44 is Irwin. I was just slightly ahead of myself. Fernandez and Max. He's pretty stoked. He has been a great contributor. Todd Wilfong getting his medal. Jimmy and Stu Sturparn. What a great contribution he's made to the development of these players. And we are about to have a fine piece of crystal brought onto the floor by IIJL President Chris Fox. It's a good-looking trophy. First, though, I believe we're going to have the Canadian National Anthem. Yes, let's all enjoy the strains of O Canada and then see the final presentation. And the captains for Canada will head up. The Canadians receive the spoils of victory. Greehand, a 3-time member of this Canadian squad at the World Juniors, and they will enjoy that. Look at the excitement, the exuberance. Aaron Forster, thank you so much for coming and joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure having you in the booth, sharing the week with you.
Oh, yeah, it's been awesome, man.
Appreciate the opportunity, you thinking of me. Yeah, it's been a tremendous week, just witnessing all this great lacrosse, all the highs of it, all the lows of it. It's been fantastic. So really appreciate you sharing the booth with me.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Remember, we've got lots more coming at the end of the month on the IIJL YouTube channel. Thank you to everyone here at the Erie Insurance Arena, to the broadcast crew, to the production crew that has been so great to us, to all the fans who came out, to the officials who make this possible, and of course to you, lacrosse friends, for being with us here to watch the 2024 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship. We'll see you at the end of the month from East Aurora, New York, and we cannot wait to be back with more IIJL lacrosse action.